It's a little emotion at the finish line. It meant a lot to you to win this race.
Yeah, it did. It's been a process. It's been a hard kind of 18 months, to say the least. And this journey is going to continue. It's kind of learning how to do things without Dad now. That's the biggest thing that I've got to learn how to do. Obviously, he's still here, but it's different. It's hard, and he's still with me.
Yes.
And I've got an awful lot of support that I'm super grateful for. That helped me to continue.
So during the run, there was a point where Lucy's in front of you, you were in front of Lucy, going back and forth a little bit. It's sort of like you guys were pacing on each other a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Like I was, you can't help but be intimidated by someone it's Lucy Charles.
Yes.
And she's a phenomenal athlete. And I did, at one point, I was like, are you going to share the wind? And she was like, no, I'm gone. And as soon as she said that, it was like, okay, that's cool. Like I knew that she wouldn't. She's not one to kind of not take her turn. So then it was just all about focusing on myself. And yeah, like I've had some nice messages and some nice support from some friends, and they just told me to believe in my run, and that's kind of what I had to do.
So making this transition and coming to the longer distance, and all of a sudden this is really catching on for you.
Yeah, I mean, this course obviously suited me because it had that technical section. I've definitely got an awful lot to learn and to work to do to try and match these girls on the bike. They're powerhouses, and I think that using my technical ability from ITU kind of helped today. But this is still a massive, a beginning of the process really. Like I've only just learning, and I've got a lot of work to do to kind of try and come up with these girls.
Watching Sara, that was about as an aero position as I've seen in a long time. Sara was so low. Were you surprised at how well she rode? Had you raced against her before? Yeah,
to be honest, I saw her on her social media kind of coming into this race, and to be honest, I was like, there's no way she can hold that for 60k.
Yeah.
There's no way. She's an ITU girl. There's no way. And then just talking to her, she's kind of had a maximum of 2 months coming into this, and she's just fitted straight into it. And I mean, I'm struggling to kind of move my watts from a road bike to a TT bike and hold that position. But yeah, totally surprised that she can do that, and she's going to be one to be reckoned with.
I love watching you win. That was really, really fun. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Rob.
What was the penalty for? Do you know?
I was told it was for an incorrect pass. I think it may have been on the technical section. I caught a back marker, and I think I went in the inside to overtake because they were obviously going wide. So it may have been then. And yeah, I was trying to obviously just go as quick as possible, but it is what it is.
And you did that cool wheelie coming in at the end of the bike. That was awesome.
Not my finest moment, for sure. I think I'm definitely a bit rusty. I haven't raced for 15 months. That might have shown there. I just wanted to make sure I was definitely dismounting before the line. I didn't want to get another penalty, so I'm going to brake a little bit earlier next time.
So it was cool, you and Jodie running together. You were in front of her, and then she was in front of you. Having someone to pace on, did that help you early on?
Yeah, I mean, Jodie's an incredible runner. She's just all class. She comes from the ITU background. She's got that speed there, and I was actually really happy with my run. I was just clinging on, and actually to run with Jodie for a bit surprised me, and I knew that she was just going to probably get stronger towards the end, and I was just clinging on. So, yeah, but I'm definitely building on my run kind of race by race, and I hope to just keep doing that.
Happy with second place here?
It's bittersweet. I couldn't have done any more. I made a few mistakes. If I hadn't have made those mistakes, it may have been a bit different, but what happens, and I'm just happy to be back racing, and I can't wait for the next one.
Your last race was what, Challenge Daytona 2019?
Yeah, it's been 15 months, so I'm not surprised I made a few mistakes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We're with our third place finisher, Jackie Herring. Jackie, you had a great run today. Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy. I busted a gut to get third there on that last lap. It was just super duper hot and hard with the wind, but I enjoy it. I love running, so it was a blast.
That's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
How tough was that bike course? Because the wind was howling out there.
It was very tough. Yeah, there was I've been doing a lot of trainer riding. I live in Wisconsin, so I do a lot of short intervals, and this really actually worked for that because it was like hard interval into the wind, kind of like a little bursty, and then you could recover on the tailwind section. So I didn't mind it being kind of broken up like that. It was challenging when we were running into traffic and other riders, and but overall I loved that it was different and it was fun.
It's one of those races where at least you can sort of see your targets when you're running, right? It's not like totally out of sight, out of mind. Did that help you in that last lap or two?
Oh yeah, very much. Yeah, even from the start. That's kind of how I operate. I love chasing on the run. I love just spotting the next person and trying to run them down, and I don't look at my watch the whole time. I just like run as hard as I can to catch the next gal, and I just really enjoy it.
Love it. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
So Sara, tell us a little bit about the race today. You went off the front and you were leading for a big part of the day.
Yes, it's a surprise for me. I was really nervous because it's my first time in middle distance. I know how Lucy swims very, very fast, and I want to try swim with her. And after in the bike, I'm feeling really good and go ahead. And running is my worst sport, and so under the hot, it's really hard for me. And run to finish line.
So knowing that you had a lead off the bike, you knew Lucy had a penalty, I guess.
Yes.
But you were cramping towards the end of the bike, correct?
What?
Were you cramping? It's like there was a point where you had to slow down.
Yes, in the
Towards the end of the bike.
Yes, in the last lap or second last lap, here, and I need many seconds to relax, and after I can ride well another time.
Are you happy with this finish?
Yes, really happy, really happy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So big guy, congratulations, man. That was a display.
Yeah, that was a real good day. I think it's the first race my son was watching on TV, so there was a lot on the line.
You didn't want to disappoint the big guy.
Absolutely, you can't disappoint the big guy. And, it's Lego's an expensive thing. I promised him he's getting Lego when we're coming back, so I had to make sure it works out.
In terms of this is the first time you've done one of these on a racetrack, what'd you think?
I loved it. It was, despite the amount of laps, it's very technically difficult to dial it in, and I think a lot of guys underestimated it in terms of how much you can get out of these turns. Definitely, I only ever saw Starkey and Marcus take some turns, and they'd obviously figured it out. But the guys that we were lapping, there was definitely a lot of potential there still.
Fun to be back racing again.
How good is it? It's just, man, I love racing. The atmosphere here, the sun setting on a racetrack. Some of the best guys in the world. Couldn't be happier. Happy as a pig in shit.
And we have somebody representing our sport who is a true legend. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Bob.
Lionel, everybody was hoping beforehand, Lionel Sanders and Jan Frodeno 1-2, and that's the way it turned out.
You
were great.
There was no battle though. It was a distant two, but every time I race this guy, I just get more and more inspired. So I have no regrets. I executed to the best of my ability, and it was good for second.
Your running that you were doing training for this obviously paid off, because there was a point there I thought, Lionel might be getting dropped, and then you just dropped everybody.
I've been training to run hard, yes. But triathlon, as we learned from Gustav, for instance, in Daytona, he didn't have the fastest anything. He literally didn't have the fastest swim, bike, or run. Triathlon is a combination of the three, so it's how you dish your energy out. So, I didn't bike as hard as I did in Daytona, for instance, but I think overall my bike-run combo was faster than it would have been had I biked harder, you know what I mean? And so this is the game we're playing and trying to figure out.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Bob. Appreciate it.
Ben Kanute, third place today. Ben, I thought you'd been dropped, man. What the heck happened those last couple laps?
Yeah, so, the whole race, I just tried to race my race. Like, Jan and Starkey were so strong on the bike. I just couldn't sustain that today, and my back was a little sore from a lot of the turns and just the wind was brutal. And then I just tried to run my race. I went a little bit tough when Lionel and Chris came around that second lap, and I just had to settle into my own pace and just knew that I had the strength there and just tried to keep a carrot in front of me. So Chris Lieberman pushed me the whole way. It was awesome. It was fun to race. I've been waiting to feel nice and solid in a race for a little while, and I'm just proud that I kept myself in it.
Congratulations, bud. It was wonderful to see, because that's a great performance for you.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, Lionel and Jan are just on a high level, and this is the beginning of the year for me. I think I still am on an upward trajectory, so I got stuff to work on if I want to play with those guys out in St. George later this year.
With my main man, Andrew Starykowicz. Starkey, you went really, for you probably didn't go that hard on the bike at all, but you were so gutsy all day.
Yeah, I mean, I just got beat on the swim, and I had to swim the swim real hard just to stay in it, and led that second pack and just rode like I normally do. I love this type of racing where it's more than just pedaling in a straight line. I mean, everybody knows I'm a hammerhead, but I mean, when you actually have to use your bike talent, it means a lot. And I think there's a few people that were pretty shocked at the time you could put in by just pulling a good line. I'm just way over my fitness level that I have right now. So I made about 3 laps on the run, and then I felt like I was running Ironman pace the final 4 laps, and just trying to stop the bleeding.
What was great watching it is your form actually looked really good, and I know you're nowhere near your regular fitness.
I can't wait for June when, don't get me wrong, I love being dad and playing full-time dad for 3 kids, but I can't wait for them to go to a camp in June and I could get back to training as normal. But, I miss having them here. I miss having them cheer me on. And, I know they're watching at home, but, man, I killed myself today. And it's great to be back racing.
We love watching you racing, man. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks a lot, Bob.